We are gathered today in the state of Prairie. It's a wonderful state with these wonderful frontier homesteaders, independent thinkers. Mr. Roberts, you are the U.S. Attorney in the state of Prairie, and Sheriff DuPont, you are the sheriff in an adjoining county adjacent to the city of Metropolis, the county of Mayberry. I would suspect that you guys often talk about issues of common interest. Is that possible?
Certainly possible.
All right. Well, let me see if you and Mr. Roberts would meet at Daisy's Diner. He's leaving Metropolis and coming to Mayberry. And Mr. Roberts, why don't you talk to the sheriff about what's important to you in law enforcement?
Well, Sheriff, we are happy to join with you in your part of this town to make sure that we can sit down and talk together to figure out what makes most sense about how we can join our efforts to pursue our mutual interests in law enforcement. We want to do what we can to make sure we can properly respond to any kind of emergencies that might arise with some of our more independent thinkers out here on the prairie.
Appreciate you coming down and talking to me.
Sheriff DuPont, do you really like the feds coming out to Mayberry, to Daisy's Diner? You like them coming out here?
Sure, I do. They're a big help to me when I need the help.
Okay. Who's paying for breakfast, by the way?
I usually get stuck.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, you're about to get stuck on something else, Sheriff DuPont, because one of the reasons Mr. Roberts wants to talk to you is that the federal government of ours has passed a new law that will have an impact in your rural area of Mayberry. This federal law requires the local sheriff to do background checks on those who are trying to purchase firearms in the state of Prairie and more specifically in the county of Mayberry. Now, how do you feel about that?
Well, I have mixed emotions on it at first. That how am I going to do it? Do I have financial backing to do it? Am I going to have the time to do it?
Well, you have Mr. Roberts' complete and unequivocal support. I don't think you have his money, though. Is that a concern?
It certainly is a concern.
Okay. All right.
I'm very limited in my staff. Running the checks is certainly not a problem, but following up on those checks to see if they're accurate or not could be a problem and could be really time-consuming.